I really want to know. Like, I'm so curious, and I like to go to location. I like to give you an example. I found out in China just a couple of years ago, there's a case that happened in 1994, the same time as Rua, called Mengjiaogua in the Black Forest of China. And these guys, in the middle of nowhere, relayed the same telepathic message that the children received in Rua, Zimbabwe in 1994 at Ariel School. And by the way, I did include a piece of that in the film that I did with the girls. I don't know, it's only like 10 minutes long. Quite fascinating. That's a damn good case. That's in one of the 10% cases that I talk about. But there's a film out now, I think it's called Ariel Phenomenon. And it's all just about that case. But those are the... Should we get back to like to 45 and work my way up? Or do you want to talk a little bit about moment of contact?
We can.
Because moment of contact is the case that could settle this debate once and for all. Or
let's tease people for a bit with moment of contact, because it is an amazing documentary.
I won't go into
really
details. I won't go into any details. I'll just say this. I put my reputation on the line for this. I get it. It sounds so spectacular. It sounds so unbelievable.
But when you watch the documentary, it sounds less spectacular. Well, similarly spectacular,
yes.
But more believable.
So here's the point.
Okay.
It's either the most elaborate, complex hoax that involves half the town of Virginia. I think there's like 130,000 people living there. I mean, I go down to the town square and just start talking to people. I did it in the movie. And everybody's got a little piece of the puzzle. Most people have a piece of the puzzle. It's phenomenal. Or a UFO crashed, live aliens were recovered, and the Americans, I was captured by the Brazilian authorities, and the Americans stepped in and flew some of that back to the United States. And that's when the case goes cold. There's no in between.
That's definitely the sexiest version.
There's no in between. But
speaking of sexiest versions, this is I was looking up the thing in '94 in China and stumbled across this.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
The most bizarre contact in China occurred in June 7, 1994, when, how do you say his name?
Mengjiaogua.
Mengjiaogua of Phoenix Mountain, how do you say that? Fujian province met a female alien. First, there was electricity between them. Then things got amorous. According to Meng, the female alien looked like a white monster. She was very tall, about 2.5 meters, and wore tight clothes with only her big eyes and private parts exposed. She did something to him that felt like an electric shock, and he passed out. When he came round, he found several scars on his body. According to Wu, she planted something mung bean sized into his body. Things were about to get even stranger. Meng had sexual intercourse with the female alien. She suddenly fell down on him. He could hardly move. His penis felt hot, then ached. The experience was more pleasurable than anything he had ever felt. That's him?
Yeah, and then they gave him a lie detector test.
And he passed it?
I did not hear about that aspect of the encounter. I heard about
pass those, especially crazy people.
Yeah. I did not hear about that aspect of it, but I didn't go. But my point is,
that dude was banging aliens.
Yeah.
Respect. It takes a lot of courage. But I was very attracted to the Avatar lady, the big blue one that saves him. She's hot.
Yes. So
yes.
She's hot.
We'll go back here. Let's go.
I think she's hot.
Let's go back because
I fucking switch right over to that.
I am. Here, so we'll get back to moment of contact. I just want to say the last thing with moment of contact, and we'll get back to these other cases. It's either the case we've all been waiting for, the case that could settle the debate once and for all, right? If it's true. Could you think of a more extraordinary, let's just say, hypothetically for a moment, it happened, as all the witnesses stated it happened. How big of a story do you think that is?
It's an immense story, because it means that they're real. If it's true, that it means they're real. It means something that we don't understand was in the sky, got hit by lightning, got caught up in a furious lightning storm, and wound up crashing. And that these things survived, and they got out, and the fact that one guy handled one of them and got this insane infection and died very quickly afterwards, and he was very young and healthy, military man. And the fact that all these people have the same story. They all have the same depiction of the disc, the craft. They have the same depictions of seeing these beings.
Not one witness came to us. We had to track down every one of those witnesses, and there's a story behind each and every one of them that I could go on for an hour for.
I'm sure.
I won't bore you with the details, but
You
suffice
wouldn't
to say,
bore me, bro. We got a gravity bomb over there. We could be here for days.
oh my gosh, I'd be like,
I know. But there's nothing that goes better than marijuana and aliens.